Jilliana, over to you.
Yes, right. Well, this my vignette today has got absolutely nothing to do with what we've been talking about. It was written a few years ago, and it's called Sebastian and Olga. I have to mention my husband was a magician, conjurer, and I used to call him Magical Martin. That was before the magic went out of it. But anyway, Sebastian and Olga. Magical Martin lifted Sebastian's black linen cassock, revealing a small, perfectly formed, dormant, unexpected pinky wax penis. He was pleased with his purchase from the trendy Oxfam charity shop in Westbourne Grove, that's London. He had seen Sebastian in the shop window with his companion Olga. Martin only bought the priest in his painted shoes and shiny black hair, which framed his white porcelain wax features, a steal at £25. He had gone quickly to collect transparencies at Flash for our photo library, Retchgraph Archive, and had not brought much cash out with him. I loved and approved of Sebastian, a priest fitted in perfectly with our eccentric Edwardian house, and was accepted into Dummylandia, supervised by Baden, a life-size ventriloquist dummy, complete with his green cap and whistle. Ours was a magical house full of books, dexterity puzzles, conjuring tricks and apparatus, games, magic lanterns, Pierrots, Mr. Punch and his friends. A majestic pastel portrait of Jilliana cradling the American radio dummy Charlie McCarthy by the artist Joe Brocklehurst, famous in the 80s for her punk pastels, hung in the lounge overseeing Baden. Not to mention Rumba and Tango, our inseparable resident cats who added character to the ambiance. But Sebastian had been removed from his companion Olga. Left in the Oxfam window, he heard her cry. Dressed in a décolleté royal blue velvet long gown, with brown hair and a leather neck that flopped, making her look spastic. Olga gave the impression she could be an opera singer. Martin had described her through his eyes, and she was reduced down to £20, the icing on the cake. Sight unseen, I agreed she should join our family. She was not a wax figure, but cruder, made of painted papier-mâché. I took an instant dislike to her. Her face was large and, in my eyes, ugly. Her head was not in proportion to the rest of her body. Perhaps Sebastian loved her for the sounds she emitted in their silent world. Sebastian lived safe and sound in Martin's office, watched by Tango on a small chair, but poor Olga didn't fit in anywhere. She ended up in the laundry room off the Bieber kitchen, banished, rejected, and forgotten. One fine day, my Parisian artist friend Lise Lecoeur came for dinner, as she was having an art exhibition at the Francis Kyle Gallery in Mayfair. Observant, she noticed Olga on her way to the loo and fell in love with her, potentially perhaps linking her to art. Who knows, but off Olga flew to Paris in a black rubbish bag, the only mode of transport that evening. Not long after, a postcard arrived from Paris, addressed to Sebastian at 164 Kensington Park Road, Notting Hill, London, W11 2ER. Dear Sebastian, it read, I'm in an artistic studio, hanging like a marionette from the ceiling. I've had an operation on my damaged neck and feel fine now. My mistress Lise cares for me. I'm learning French. She has painted our portrait on a tarot card and framed it. It will arrive soon as a gift from Paris. Amitié, Olga. Today, the painting of Olga and Sebastian hangs in its glory, gracing my Brighton lounge, frozen in time, a memory to cherish. I know the whereabouts of Olga, suspended in time, But Sebastian has disappeared forever, and Martin is no longer with us. The lingering question, where do wax priests go?
Very good.